Welcome to Slacker Gaming and welcome to this week's Dynasty Rebuild. As always, we take a team every single week, doing all of the teams in the MLB. We take a team every single week and try to rebuild them to win that coveted World Series. So I try to do these in a 5-year time frame, so if we can win a World Series in 5 years or before, then we will be considered a success. However, if it takes us longer than 5 years, it will be a failure. This week we will be doing the San Diego Padres. If you want to watch that, stick around. Alright, so we are doing the San Diego Padres, a team that comes in ranked 3rd, so it's not going to be a lot we need to do, hopefully. Hopefully we can get it done in a couple of years. The last 2 have taken me the full 5 years, but we have succeeded on everyone so far. The first 2 we succeeded, but it took us 5 years to do it. So I'm hoping that San Diego can get it done in a couple years because these episodes are really long. So to get this one started, I do want to mention we are in the same league as the Dodgers. So just because we're ranked 3rd doesn't mean that this is going to be easy. So let's take a look at the lineups and see what San Diego's got. Starting off is Tommy Pham, Cronenworth, Fernando Tatis, Machado, Hosmer, Myers, Nola, Grisham, O'Grady at the DH spot, even though they don't use a DH usually. And then on the bench, we got Carantini, Profar, Camposiano, Marcano. So starting out, I mean, this pretty much stacked. Not a lot we can mess with and do. I'm sure we're going to have to move some money around and make sure that we can bring people back that we need. However, I think this team is pretty well off already. Now let's go over to the pitching rotation where I do think we can make a possible few changes over here. But again, very good. They got Snell 88, Darvish 88, Lamet 87, Clevenger 87, 81 from Paddock. In the pen, they got Joe Musgrove, Pagan, Stammen, Melanson, Stram, Hill, Kayla. I mean, they're loaded. So this team will hopefully not be too big of a rebuild here because they pretty much have everything they already need. We just need to make sure that they can beat the Dodgers and make sure that they can get that World Championship. So to starting off, we're not going to really mess with it. I think we should just sim straight through to the AllStar Break, see where we're at, see where we might have some problems. But I honestly, I just don't see a lot of changes needed. Center field, we got a young guy out there in Grisham, so not really wanting to change that. First base, Hosmer, if he plays well, we'll keep him there. If he doesn't, first base would probably be the place I address first. Starting pitching's great. Relievers are great. And yeah, we just got to roll with this team and see if we need to make changes along the way. So let's go ahead and sim to the All-Star game and see where we're at that point. All right, we are at All-Star Break, and so far we're doing pretty darn good. And I think a lot of it is because the Dodgers are struggling right now. We are 57-35, 8.5 games up in the division, and the Diamondbacks are actually in second place. Dodgers in third, 9 games behind. So honestly, I think we're doing pretty good at this point. We did drop our rank. I'm not sure why, but let's go ahead and look at the roster, see if there's any changes we need to be making. Tommy Pham is killing it right now, hitting 328 in that leadoff spot, already 15 home runs. Hosmer not doing too bad, 284 from him, 260 from Tatis. Hopefully that goes up. 257 from Machado. Again, hopefully that goes up. 255 from Myers, 260 from Nola. Trent Grisham, 264, 229 from Profar. A guy that we thought would be good enough to play second base. We might have to actually go out and get a second baseman that can hit better than Profar. I mean, not that Profar is bad, but he's struggling this year. And to be honest with you, I think this year the Dodgers are down, and so this would be the best year that the Dodgers don't make the playoffs for us. And so we really need to take advantage of being really good this year and making it in and winning a World Series because it's not going to be easy every single year going against the Dodgers. So that's the lineups. Let's look at the pitching rotation. Snell, 298, killing it. 246 from Lamet, 361 from Clevenger, 328 from Darvish, and 339 from Paddock. So our starting rotation is just pumped right now. I mean, they're playing well. They're playing very well. Darvish might be a guy that we maybe try to move some things around. It looks like he is getting worse this year. He's still having a great year, so I don't want to move on from him, but he's also going down in overall. And so we might end up moving him. I'm not sure yet. As for the bullpen, 356 from Musgrove, Gray, 316, 917 from Tim Hill. That's not good. 2s, 3s, 485 from Pomerantz. Kella, 246. That's not good. Looks like, 25 saves, only 3 blown so far. I mean, I've seen worse. I mean, I don't think the problem is the pitching. And there's really no problem right now. The hitting is playing very well as well. But I do want to go ahead and see if there's a second baseman we could get for Profar. And we might think about moving Darvish. And if we do, we will get a better starting pitcher for Darvish because Cronenworth is out. I didn't realize that because of Profar, but I do think since he is out for 1 to 2 months and that it could be a possible injury situation for the long term, I do want to take care of the second base and address it. And so I think we're going to go get Whit Merrifield. We're going to give up Profar and his $6 million contract for 3 years, and we're going to throw in a couple of guys that are down there. A center fielder that I believe is a D potential there, and then a relief pitcher that is the same with a D potential there. And we're going to go get Witt. We're going to have him for at least 2 years, $3.8 million. So not bad there. And right now Witt's hitting very well, 294. So kind of a guy that, and he'll fill in anywhere. I mean, the dude can play first, third, second. He plays short, but they don't have him listed left field, center field, right field. So he's definitely going to have a spot anywhere in this team and a perfect guy to try to go out and get early on. In the last place we want to take a look at is starting pitching, and not because our starting pitching is struggling, but Yu Darvish, $24 million for him, and he's decreasing. And overall, he started the season at like an 88 or 87. He's already down to an 83. So I think it's a good time to move on from him right now. He's at a 3.28 ERA. But I have a replacement for him, and that's going to be Castillo. I know he's going to want more next year in the contract, but that's fine because we're going to be opening up some room. But right now he's got 3.98 ERA. We're going to trade basically across the board because other than that, it's just a couple of guys that are Ds. I mean, a 24-year-old that's a D overall potential. Same thing with a shortstop, 27-year-old D. Again, a trade that would never happen. But because MLB The Show 21 trade logic is absolutely broken, we're going to take full advantage of this. That way we can win the World Series this year. So we're going to make this trade and boom, save more money. Love to see it. Now let's take a look at what the pitching rotation looks like with Castillo in there. Beautiful. Love to see it. Let's take a look at the lineups as well. Witt in there at second base in the leadoff spot right now. Tommy Pham at a number 2. That's not bad. 1-2 punch there. So let's go ahead and we'll probably sim through to September call-ups, see where we're at, see if we need to do anything, or see if we're good for the rest of the season. We are to September call-ups, and we're doing pretty good. We're 88 and 46, 16 games up on the Diamondbacks. The Dodgers down there 16.5. I'm hoping the Dodgers don't make some sort of push and get up in a wild card spot. So hopefully they're kind of down for the rest of the year, but we're doing pretty well. I think it's just time to sim to the postseason and check some of the stats. Our guys are doing really well. So let's just sim to the postseason and see who we play in the first round. So not able to hit the 100-game win mark, but 99-63, good enough to get it done. And we'll be taking on the wild card position winner. And so let's take a look at who we got. We got Atlanta and Chicago in the wild card play-in game. So honestly, I'm glad the Dodgers aren't in it, but Atlanta and Chicago are both a team that could upset us. We got to be careful. But let's take a look at and see how we did for the whole year. Lineups, 295 for Witt leading off, 290 for Cronenworth. He's back. Good to see. Manny Machado hitting 274, 266 from Fernando Tatis. Hopefully these guys pick it up during the playoffs, especially their overall. They got to be playing better than that. Hosmer, 285, good from him. Will Myers, 265, 255 from Nola. Pham hit 308 on the season. Great job from him. Grisham, 253. None of these guys I'm really mad about how they hit or anything. So great job by them. Going to the pitching rotation, Snell, 307, awesome. 252 from Lamet. The dude went nuts. 18-5 was his final record. Castillo didn't do great for us, but 457 just ate up some innings there for him. Clevenger, 344 and 344 from Paddock. So a great job by our starting pitching. As far as the bullpen, kind of the same story. 316 from Musgrove. He did well. Strom, 350, 155. I mean, these guys did great. All in the threes. We moved Kella to the closing role. Struggled early on in the season and then kind of got back into it, but he didn't do too bad as far as the season goes. 48 saves, 7 blown saves, a lot of blown saves, but I can't be mad about it. So, yeah, we're ready for the playoffs. We're ready to get started. So let's go ahead and look at the calendar. I wonder who we're going to be playing. We will find out now. We are playing Atlanta. So the Braves, a team that did well this year. And so let's take a look at what they did this year. We ended up winning by 10 games over the Dodgers. So the Dodgers made a push in the end, going 8-2 in their last 10. As far the Braves, 90-73. So not a bad season for them either. So let's get this started. We got game 1, Blake Snell versus Max Fried. And if you know anything about these rebuilds, you know that we like to lose a lot in the playoffs. So we're going to try our best to not lose in the playoffs this year. So game 1 between Snell and Fried, get the dub. There we go, 14-2. Love to see that. Hopefully that's a lot of indication of what's going to happen in this postseason. Game 2 is going to be Lamet and Anderson. Lamet did very, very well for us this year. 18-5 is record. I think right around 3 ERA. Let's see what he can get in here. 7-6 win. Awesome. We are 2-0 in the playoffs so far. Let's go for the sweep of Atlanta. Got Charlie Morton versus Castillo, a guy we got in a trade midway through the season. Can he get it done? He can. So we are on with the sweep of Atlanta, 3-0. I guess we're going to find out who we're going to have to play in the next round. Looks like it's going to be the Mets, the number 2 overall team in the league. So in the NLCS, we'll be playing the New York Mets. The winner will go on to the World Series against either the Yankees or Houston. But this is going to be a good series. The Mets are very, very good. San Diego's very good. This is going to be fun. So the first game, Snell and DeGrom. Ooh, that's a big win. That was a really big win because I was worried about the pitching of DeGrom, and he pitched well. It looks like the bullpen gave up the win there. So Syndergaard, second game, Syndergaard and Castillo. Castillo struggled a little bit this season, but 1.29 ERA so far in the postseason. Game number 2, give me the dub. Ooh, a 2-9 loss. So 1-1 on the series. Lamet pitched very well during the season. Let's see if he can get us the win here. He can. 6-5. Clevenger and Stroman. Game 3, give us the lead. There we go. We are up 3-1 in the series. 4 games to win it. DeGrom coming back against Castillo. Let's see if we can get the win here and close them out. We can. 9-2. So the Padres playing very well in the first season with the changes we made, and we will be going on to the World Series against the Astros or the Yankees. So let's take a look. They're 2-2. Let's advance a day. Yankees go up 3-2 in the series, and are they going to go to the World Series? No. Houston tying it up. So this is actually good. This gives our bullpen and starting pitchers time to relax and everything, whereas the Yankees and Houston are going to come in with a depleted bullpen and some starters that have been playing extra innings and extra games. And boom, the Yankees make it in against Houston. So we got the Yankees and San Diego in the World Series. Game 1 will be Severino and Snell. A big game here. I think it really sets the tone for what is to be expected in the series. So the World Series first game is going to us win 5-2. Snell getting that job done. Game 2, Castillo versus Kluber. Really good matchup there. We get the win again. Oh, man. Up 2-0 in the series so far against New York. But, I mean, their third guy is Cole. I mean, the only person better than Cole in the third spot is Lamet. So let's get it done, Lamet. Boom. 3-0 right now. Clevenger, can you finish it out? We will find out. I honestly never got through the first year and won a World Series. I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm feeling very, very confident with the 3-0 lead that we can get this job done. So let's go ahead and quick manage it, jump into it, and see if we can get ourselves the World Series today. By Frazier. A double, a run scored for New York, so they get the first run on the board. Single, first and third, 2 outs. A double with 2 runs. Mike Clevenger is struggling now. Fly out there. We got to come up with 3 runs here. Fly out. A solo dinger by Witt, the person I didn't think would hit a dinger. Witt with a home run. A walk. Okay, a home run here. Ties it all for Grisham. Can he get it done? He cannot. The Yankees defeat us 4-1 in Game 4. So we are going on to Game 5 with Snell. Didn't really tax the bullpen too much. I think we used 2 bullpen guys during that. So I wanted to try to save the bullpen in case we end up going into extra games. That's exactly what we're going to do. Game number 5 here, up 3-1 in the series. Let's go ahead and quick manage this one as well, and hopefully we can get the win today. Single, Hosmer, single. Okay, Witt. Okay, Witt. Fly out. No runner. Double by Cronenworth. Okay, scores 1. Machado come through big. Awesome. Up 3. Let's go. Snell, you got to hold on for me here. Don't worry about the error. Keep moving on. Don't worry about the error. Let's go. 3-0. A solo dinger by Torres. I was careful. Judge could have changed that in one swing. All right, Herman in the 5th inning. So already going to the bullpen there. Let's do a little bunt here and move him over to 2nd and 3rd with 0 outs. The bunt is a pop-up. Love to see it. Good job, bud. You did well. Walk to Hosmer. Base is juiced for Witt, and that's going to be hard to double him up. He doubles, scores 3 runs, so we take a 6-1 lead. Walked Cronenworth. Herman falling apart here. Double play gets him out of the inning, but Snell killing it. I'm running with him until he starts struggling because he has done it so far, and we're just going to trust that he's got more left and that he knows what he's doing. A grand salami by Hosmer, and that pretty much should do it. 10-1 in the top of the 7th. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and take Snell out. He's done a great job. He's done what he was supposed to do, so let's get him a break. Let's get our bullpen in there and see if we cannot give this up. And we're going to go to Joe Musgrove and let him finish it out. And just like that, the Padres have won the World Series. So we were able to win the World Series in the very first year. So this is going to be a lot shorter of an episode than all of the other episodes so far. The other episodes, it's taken me 5 years to get it done. The Padres get it done in 1. I knew they could. I think the changes we made definitely helped. The biggest thing was the trade for second base for Witt. He ended up killing it for us this year. And I also think the starting pitching definitely helped. Castillo had a very, very good playoff. So I think we had a chance to win it without the trades, but I think the trades that I made definitely helped and kind of solidified the fact that we were going to win that one. Everyone played very, very well all year. We didn't have the best record, but when it came to playoff time, everyone played well and we were ready. So this year was a success. So that is going to be it. And we were successful in the San Diego Padres rebuild franchise. Next week, we will be doing the Minnesota Twins. So another rebuild coming to you next week. So make sure you hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss that. Also, I am doing all of the teams. So if you have not seen your team yet in the playlist or during these episodes, hit that red subscribe button so that you can come back and watch your team get rebuilt. Till next time, Slacker out.